admitted stuff is it's the easiest stuff to verify. Although I'm occasionally fooled by the information we get.
Thank you so much for watching Yankee Stacking. And in today's video, we're going to talk about silver safety, how not to be fooled by silver fakes. We're predominantly going to be talking about coins, but we'll touch on rounds and bars as well. There is a lot of pitfalls along the way in your silver stacking journey. And I hope this video will serve as a primer for those new to stacking and a refresher for those who have stacked a long time. I have a couple fakes on my desk right now. I purchased them from China, used Alibaba to get them. And I make sure that I put them in a very special place so I don't mix them in with the real stuff. But most of the fakes that are out there are actually really easy to spot and quite easy to test for. So you do need to keep an eye out for fakes when you're stacking. You also need to employ multiple ways of testing your silver. I'm going to go over a few of them, but then I'm also going to talk about the ultimate way to test your silver, and that is with a tool that Tim uses. And I know many people out there in the community also have purchased this tool to test their silver as well. But you can test silver really easy, and most of the time you'll spot the fakes. First thing is the looks. Now I've got two American Eagles right here. This is a 2000. Okay. And here is a 2019. All right. I'm gonna guess that you can spot the fake really quickly. If you're not sure, let me rotate this and let me flip this. Right there, you should have known which one's the fake. If you look carefully too, you might see some other indications of which one of these are fake. And, well, I'm not going to hold you in suspense any longer. This one's the fake. And it's really easy to spot. First of all, you're not supposed to rotate your American Eagle like that. You know, it's meant to flip. So there's a lot of really crazy things that counterfeiters will do. Fonts are different. Spacing is different. The look and feel of the coin is different. That's the first indication. You can just look at this and compare it to a legitimate American Eagle, and you'll see that this is fake. Also, right here, we've got two peace dollars. I'll show you this one. Absolutely gorgeous shape, 1923. And here, a 1928. Not as good a shape. I will flip this one. Oops. Okay. And then I'll flip this one. Oh, I flipped right. Both of them flipped right. So which one do you think is fake? This one on the left or this one on the right? Well, it may be hard to spot that for some of you, but it's this one. This is the fake. And that one actually takes a little bit more study and analysis. One of the ways you can test for fakes is using a magnet, but not just your everyday kitchen refrigerator magnet. No, you're going to need a neodymium magnet, a grade N52, or a rare earth magnet. There's many names for these. And these magnets are really powerful. Again, they're not the cheap magnets that you normally get. And when you test your silver, there's multiple ways to do it. The very first and obvious way is, does the coin actually hold on to a magnet? So this is clearly a fake. Man, that is tough sometimes to pull off. And guess what? It does the same thing on the piece dollar. All right, so that's a quick way to determine. But some fakes don't stick like that. Okay, some are heavily clad or covered, and they can pass that. But what they struggle with sometimes is the ability for this magnet to slide appropriately across the face. Now, this is something I want to be very careful to do, not so much on an American Silver Eagle, but definitely on any numismatic coins. This one right here is a BU shape, all right? So I really don't want to take my magnet and slide it across the face of this piece dollar. So what you can do is you can buy a magnet slide that is nice and covered with a velvet. All right, so that helps protect the coin when you slide it down. Another thing you can do, though, on a coin that isn't a numismatic coin, and I will do it to this American Eagle, is just to slide the magnet, the neodymium magnet, across the surface at a slight angle. And what you'll see is that the magnet slowly goes down the silver. It just doesn't zip down it. It sluggishly goes down, okay? And the reason that is the case is that the silver coin is not magnetic, but has a property known as diamagnetism. This causes that silver in the coin to repel when in contact with a magnetic field. So that slide, that slower motion, is a great indicator of a legitimate silver coin. Here's another one. The dimensions, the size of a, say, Silver Eagle right here is very specific. Its diameter is 40.6 millimeters. Its thickness is 2.98 millimeters. Measuring your coins is a good way to determine whether or not it's a real silver coin. And another way is using a scale. Now, this is usually foolproof, okay, but it's not completely foolproof. There are some counterfeits that are spot on when it comes to weight, but it is a challenge for counterfeiters to nail it just right. So when you look at a legitimate American Silver Eagle, weighs 31.103. Now this is a little bit more. However, when you look at something like this, you can see the weight is way, way off, 29. So again, weight is another great way to compare coins and making sure they're correct. Now let's take a look at the piece dollar. A legitimate piece dollar weighs 26.73 grams. So let's put this on. 26.84. Okay, just a little off. That's within acceptable difference. This, the fake, is completely off. I mean, it is so light, 17.71 grams. No doubt about it. So again, weight, another great way to test. Another cool way to test your silver is the ping test. You know, this one's not only a good way to test it, but it's fun. So you take a coin like this American Silver Eagle and you bounce it on your finger and then you tap it. Oh, what a beautiful sound. Let's hear that again. Just an absolutely gorgeous sound. And if you have an Android phone, which I don't, you can get an app that actually will listen to that ping and graph it and be able to tell you right away whether or not it is legit. So if we swap that with the fake, you will hear the difference. Or not even hear it. I mean, sometimes it's a little better than that, but it's not going to have that beautiful sound. Yeah, forget that. So those are interesting ways to do it. And then finally, the last way to test that I wanted to mention is with a analyzer. And for that, we're going to check out what Tim does with his metals using a Sigma Metalytics Precious Metals Verifier. I also asked him what he thinks is the most risky type of silver and gold to buy. All right, so you got a Sigma there, Tim?
Yes, the verifier.
Good.
It's very interesting because I think the machine is very precise, although I'm occasionally fooled by the information we get. The way it works is it has a set of brackets, so whatever you're testing the cursor should end right in the middle of the brackets. Sometimes it goes off to one side or another, but if it's inside the brackets, then it's testing correctly.
You've been in this business for what, 30 years?
Here, yeah.
And you can probably test with your eyes and other ways and have an idea of what is legit and what isn't.
Well,
how successful has that been for you?
Oh, it's actually been very successful. I bought one bogus gold bar, but as soon as it went on the verifier, we could tell there was something wrong with it. But this is Sunshine 5-ounce bar, and Sunshine has their own verification on the back. If you use the little screen, it comes up and reads valid. Okay, so we're going to put it on the verifier. Okay.
So is that 5-ounce?
And it's outside the brackets. Okay? So what it's saying is it's not genuine. Okay. But what does it say on the top there? It says 99.49. 4 nines. Okay.
Right.
And what does it say on the front of the bar? 3 nines.
Set that differently then.
So let's see. We'll go to the next category.
Ooh.
Okay. 3 nines.
Bars. Okay. 3 nines fine. I get distracted there.
It's inside the brackets.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's that precise.
That's very good.
People ask me all the time, what's the difference between 4 nines and 3 nines? And I usually say it's not measurable.
On the Sigma it is.
But apparently it is. Yeah. Which is a good advertisement for the verifier.
Absolutely. If you had to only test one or the other, bars and rounds or coins, and you could only use the Sigma machine for one or the other, which would you like to use it most on?
I think it's more possible to see something that's bogus in the round.
Oh, okay. So not a government minted.
No, government minted stuff is it's the easiest stuff to verify.
Okay. And you feel comfortable even without a Sigma, looking at it, holding it, weighing it, and you can tell.
In the majority of cases, yes.
You think a Sigma is a good thing to have and a good way to test?
For everything. I mean, we often test sterling silver with it because there's a test for sterling. I never thought that there'd be a big difference between 999 and 9949s, but apparently there is.
Absolutely.
The machine can spot that. But everything we have here is tested out today. So.
Wow, this is good stuff you have here, Tim.
It's a variety, isn't it?
Nice. Pretty cool. And I think that leads me to the number one way to help ensure that you are buying legitimate silver. And that is to buy your silver from a reputable coin shop. Whether it's online or a local coin shop dealer, you really want to know who you're buying your silver from, especially if you're not going to test it with a Sigma Metalytics Precious Metals Verifier. I'm glad Tim does, and I know a lot of online bullion dealers do, but you really need to be careful when you're buying on eBay or OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. Test your silver and gold. In fact, gold bars are probably one of the most notoriously counterfeited piece of metal on the planet. Many counterfeiters will fill gold bars with tungsten, so you gotta really test every gold bar you plan on buying. And it's also one of the reasons why I like to predominantly stack government minted silver. I just think that the odds of me being fooled will be a lot less than generic rounds and bars. I also am considering buying a Sigma Metalytics Precious Metals Verifier soon. Until then, please like the video, leave a comment down below about how you check for counterfeit. And as always, I hope your day is A-OK.